How'd the lights get so bright?
1 minute.
They weren't so bright a minute ago.
What?
Did you turn the lights brighter?
No, I did not.
You're right. Can I turn it down a little?
Bright lights. Did they not just turn it down?
No, can I make it a little less?
You can do whatever. I thought that you asked for all the lights.
No, I like
Castle.
the other lights. It's the white light.
You can do whatever. It's always this bright.
We gotta stand in the light, Laura. We gotta be in the light. We gotta be in the light.
All right. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Rabbi.
Shabbat shalom indeed. Yeah, let's go.
All right, here we go.
Let's go to Shabbos.
You ready?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to Shabbos and we'll roll out the Torah and we'll feed our souls for a while. Let's sing V'shamru and we'll raise our voices and we'll open up our heart. Bless the children of Israel. We've come to praise Adonai. Protect the children of Israel as we welcome in the Shabbos bride. Coming to ya, hallelujah. Sunday's lazy, Monday's hazy, Tuesday's crazy, Wednesday's hump day, Thursday's sitting in traffic, Friday's tragic. I need a little magic, 'cause I'm about to lose my mind. Let's go to Shabbos and we'll roll out the Torah and we'll feed our souls for a while. Let's sing V'shamru and we'll raise our voices and we'll open up our heart. Bless the children of Israel. We've come to praise Adonai. Protect the children of Israel as we welcome in the Shabbos bride. Let's go to Shabbos and we'll roll out the Torah and we'll feed our souls for a while.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. It's really Shabbat shalom. It's really good to see you, whether you're here every week or just wandered in, or you're looking for a little community, maybe some free challah. Welcome, everybody. Also, a special welcome to Temple Solel of Scottsdale and CBI of Portland. From Tzedek, America. Thank you for joining us. As we start today, this week's sort of haftarah has one of the shortest, sharpest, most electrifying voices in the Tanakh, Prophet Ovadia, a prophet who speaks there's only one chapter and barely 21 verses, but somehow manages to deliver a pretty poignant point across to us all. He starts and says, "Behold, I have made you small among the nations. You are exceedingly despised." True words have never been spoken. Then he says, but more importantly, it's not that God wants to shame us in this week's haftarah. It's not that he wants to make us feel just small or arrogant, but rather that he wants us to know that sort of the arrogance that we sometimes feel destroys the soul. When pride convinces us that we stand above others, that we always end up standing alone. And in that sense, sort of the arrogance of your heart has deceived you, he writes. But in that way, as we welcome Shabbat today, he also gives us a chance to say, the house of Jacob shall be fire, the house of Joseph flame, the house of Esav shall be straw. They shall burn and devour it, and no survivor shall be left to the house of Esav. Not the fire that burns people, but the fire that burns illusions. The fire that burns all these things within us that says, I can't change, it's too late, nothing's good enough for me, all these things. This is just who I am, like just accept it as it is. No, that's the fire that Ovadia says needs to consume our arrogance, needs to consume those lies that we tell ourselves. As we welcome Shabbat, we have to remind ourselves we're here at the house of Tshuva, the house of respond, at the house of return, at the house of reflection, because we know that if we decide, we can change. And that is the message of Ovadia. That is the message that we sort of start with tonight and remind ourselves every Shabbat that we can change. So let the humility that we have become our strength. Let courage become our path. Let's remember that even in the shortest book, even in the shortest words, there are words of wisdom to say, yeah, how about change? How about growth? How about some tshuva? So, welcome. As we spread light into the world with our actions, with our deeds, we do this in our tradition with separating the day from the rest of the Shabbat by lighting a candle, a flame, to remind us that it only takes one flame to illuminate an entire room. It only takes one good word, one thought, one moment to say, I'm just going to do the right thing. We do this with the candles and the flame that always goes upwards, remind us there's always a way to do it better. So I want to invite the birthday, Jory, please come.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner להדליק נר של שבת.
A guest is like fish. 3 days and it stinks. Or in the words of Oscar Wilde, as I say so many Shabbat, the date of admittance of a guest the guest should not be admitted until the date of departure has been settled. I say this because around us, as always, are angels, spirits, guides, ghosts, ancestors that surround us at any given moment. They whisper in our ears, they're accompanying us, they protect us when we need protecting. They're a voice in our head that says, don't do that, which most of you don't listen to. But for the majority of life, we try to encourage our soul to be able to listen to that voice and says, I'm going to do this. But those angels are the most pronounced at this particular moment in time, just before Shabbat, as we enter Shabbat. And because of that, because we get something a little extra on Shabbat, we get to acknowledge those angels. Those in our lives that have been guiding us with words, those in our lives that are guiding us with their spirit, with their thoughts. Those are people who perhaps are no longer with us, but are in our spirits and in our souls. And those who are just God-given, the angel Gabriel, the angel Michael, the angel Raphael, and the angel Uriel that are all around us, and above us, of course, Shechinat El. So the angels are with us. And if they are with you today, you are in shul, you are in community, you are in tshuva, we just bless the candles. They're like, so it may be next week as well. So we acknowledge them and we welcome them and say, please come and sit and bless me. And then when I'm ready, please leave. Shalom Aleichem.
Lie, 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 la 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 lie, la lie, la 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 lie, la lie, 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 la 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 lie, la lie, la 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 lie, la lie, la 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 lie, la lie, 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 lie. Shalom Alechem Malachi Hasharit Malachi Elyon Mi melech Malchi Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Bochem Leshalom Malachi Hashalom Malachi Elyon Mi melech Malchi Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Lai 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 ai la lai la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai 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 la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai 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 Bachuni leshalom malachi hashalom malachi elyon Mi melech malchi hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu Seichem leshalom malachi hashalom malachi elyon Mi melech malchi hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu Lai 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 ai la lai la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai 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 ai la lai la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai 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 La 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai 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 lai.
Indeed. One of the most incredible things about community is to feel, to know that no matter what, you are accepted. In many ways, throughout life, especially in the Western world, we are constantly asked to fit in. Be poorer, richer, fatter, scrawnier. Be wiser, more, less, to constantly push ourselves. And for so many of us here, we've always felt that people are trying to push a square peg in a round hole. And that's just not who we are. So one of the amazing ways that we practice that, the ways that sort of we can flex that muscle of belonging rather than fitting in, is by making tshuva out loud, giving gratitude out loud. When we do that, we send a message to ourselves and to the world: to be vulnerable is not a weakness. To tell people your feelings is a strength. The ability to do so is a strength. So we invite people in community, box people. Thank you. You have to wait. We pushed it later. Yeah. So we're doing tshuva. So if you have a tshuva to give or a gratitude to give, now's the time. I know there's one person at least who was practicing tshuva. Oh, please. Hi, Carol. If you have tshuva to give, now's the time.
Hi, everybody. My name is Gail, and I'm an alcoholic and an addict. Hi. Tonight I will be introducing myself. I'm sorry for the way I look. It's my first night here, so obviously I dressed for the occasion. Let's see. I want to give tshuva to all of Beit Teshuva. And I don't just mean the staff, I don't just mean the directors, I don't mean the people that are on the board, the people that come every day, that are sitting in front, the people that are here regularly, but also to the people who have accepted me back into Beit Teshuva. This is really important for me to come back. This is my fourth time around, and my mom just passed away, and I'm having a hard time. And I really miss my mom, and I want to give gratitude to my mom, even though she's not here, because she was really proud of me. And I know this is the path that she wanted me to take, and I wasn't going down that path when she passed away. She said, I want you to do good. I want you to do good things in life, be proud of yourself, and move forward. And she always gave me blessings and said, I love you. You know, you're the best girl in the world, and I was your favorite. I won't tell my sister that, but hopefully she's not watching. Do we still do that? Anyways, I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for all of you guys. You guys are a very big support system to me. And I'm sure as I get to know some of you guys who I don't know yet, it'll be great, because I love people and I love helping people. And right now I need the help. So I'm usually the one giving the help, but right now I need the help. So thank you for letting me share. My name is Gail. Thank you.
My name is Charlie. I'm a grateful member of this community. 2 weeks ago, I held my head up high and was leaving here on a high note, and I didn't make it far. I like to bite off more than I can chew, and I had a little slip, and I want to tell everyone here those things happen. I don't want to steal Kendra Nate's line, but I could have dug deeper, and I can make shuva to this community. I can make shuva to my family, but I think most of all I want to make shuva to myself, because it's better than sitting in my shame for what I did and where I ended up in such a short period of time. And I'm just really grateful to be back here tonight. I wish I was on stage playing with you guys again, and maybe we'll be one day soon. But for those of you who are new, for those of you who are about to leave, these things happen, and forgive yourself. I need to forgive myself more than anyone, more than my family, more than anyone else, and I'm just really happy to be here tonight. So thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Adam. I'm a grateful member of this community. This is my last Shabbat as a resident. I know. I can't believe I've been here 7 months. It's been a long journey. I want to thank my whole treatment staff. I want to thank Cody, Lisa, she's not here, but for getting me in here. You know, my life was all messed up when I got here 7 months ago, and I'm glad I got to hit the restart button and get my life back together. I'm thankful for everyone here, the community, the donors, the other residents. I feel like a new man. I'm ready to hit the world. I'll come back for Shabbat, so this is not the last time you'll see me. I will. And I'm just so thankful that I have this life now. I never thought I would have, my sanity back, and I'm just really grateful for this community, for everyone that's been there. I'll be sad that I can't tell residents to go to bed at night, but hopefully somebody will be there to do that. But yeah, thank you to everyone. I really appreciate it. Thank you for my life.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Mahalia. I'm a grateful member of this community. I'm not good with words, so I just wrote a few things down. I want to express my gratitude and humble apologies to the community for my actions over the past few weeks. Though they say getting sober is a journey, not a race, I feel as though this time around has been an uncomfortable challenge. Feeling all those feels that I have once numbed are all coming up, but that does not excuse the behavior. I want to express I am grateful for everyone that's been there for me every step of the way and has told me that it is normal to feel like this after the first 90 days of sobriety. But I wouldn't feel like I'm growing as a person if I didn't take responsibility for the things I have done to make my housemates and community uncomfortable. Anger has been a staple in my childhood growing up, and I would like to end that cycle. If or when I have children, I'd like to teach them to lead with love, compassion, and understanding for others, despite how they make them feel. Teach them forgiveness and tolerance, and most of all, how to be emotionally intelligent human beings. I heard an awesome quote at a meeting by the speaker, which was have restraint in the tongue and pen. It resonated so much because I'm always quick to react, not to breathe, and not to take a step back. I'm quick to defend my ego and pride, as well as self-sabotage when things are great because of my own fears. I tend to feel as though I don't deserve good things to happen to and for me. And to those I have hurt individually, I hope that there will be a way and space created to allow me to make it up to you. I want to say thank you to my spiritual counselor, Rabbi Jade, my counselor, Yesenia, Eric Bader, Bradley, Jeremy, and Heath for always being a lending ear. I will utilize what you guys have been teaching me, and I will be a better member of this community, because I would not be where I am at 115 days sober without your love, patience, and guidance, and overall letting me come bug you guys when I just want to come and say hi. And lastly, to my community and housemates, I truly do love you guys very much. I'm grateful to have met all of you and be on this journey with you to become better people. And as the great Nipsey Hussle said, the life's a marathon, not a race. So see you at the finish line. Love you guys.
Hi, my name's Tali, and I am a grateful member of this community. This is actually my last Shabbat. It's really sad. Yes, as a resident. So 11 years ago, my brother Jeff, he died of a heroin overdose. And my mother found him the next morning, blue and with a needle in his arm. He was 51 years old. I was already a heavy drinker, a functioning alcoholic, but it slowly progressed after that moment. It stripped me of my self-worth, my joys, and my dreams, and anything else it could take. When I walked into the doors of Beit Tshuva, I was finally ready to admit to myself that my life had become unmanageable. I had become a shell of my past self, and I thought my life was over as I knew it. I finally allowed myself to cry and cry and cry. I went to Torah every morning and Shabbat on the weekends, rekindling that Jewish faith that I grew up with. I went to groups and meetings and slowly let people in, and I began to speak. I did what was uncomfortable, and the slow process of building myself up again began. I had only planned on staying here for 3 months, convinced that I had to get back to my son. But with the love and support of my family, the guidance of my team, and all the amazing people I have met, I stayed. I was not ready. Today, I am 154 days clean and sober, and my eyes are wide open with endless possibilities, and my heart is full. I'm going to continue walking up that mountain, and when I'm watching those beautiful San Francisco sunsets that I'm looking forward to, I will be thinking of all of you. A few days ago, I turned 51. I know my brother is looking down smiling. I cherish this community and could not have done it without you. I love you, and I'll miss you. Hold on, and Shabbat Shalom.
My name's Julia. I'm a grateful member of this community. So recently, I have been going through a pretty hard situation, as many of you guys may know, and I just wanted to say thank you to my community for listening to me complain about it a bunch, and thank you to my team for supporting me completely in it, and I don't want to talk too much in detail, but it has happened and things are looking up, and I'm really grateful. So thank you.
For all those who need a little extra help, for all those people who are suffering, whether they're suffering physically, emotionally, spiritually, for all those who require a little extra TLC, spiritual TLC, we say the Mishaberach as we do every Shabbat in every community around the world to allow ourselves to put our attention towards those who are in need. They may be in need physically, they may be in need emotionally, they may be in need spiritually. People who require for us to think about them and send them not just thoughts and prayers, but actual attention and prayer. I want all of us to think constantly about who should be here, who should be at the table, who requires our attention, who needs a voice that does not have a voice of their own and can use our own voices. For all those people, we say the Mishaberach. And before we, of course, send it out, I want you to think about it as sending it through yourself. Every single one of us here requires, deserves, and I hope and wish some days demands the ability to offer my own self healing and peace. So whether you send it out to come back in or in to come back out, we say the Meshaberach for all those we think about this night. Say their names out loud or hold them in their heart as we say the prayer.
Mi sheberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak V'Yakov Sarah Rivka Rachel V'Leah Hu Yivarech V'Yirapeh Et HaCholim Elna Rifanala Elna Rifanala Elna Rifanala Elna Rifanala Mi Sheberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak V'Yakov Sarah Rivka Rachel V'Leah Hu Yivarech V'Yirapeh Et HaCholim.
The lifeblood of a place like this, as you heard, and we're very proud of all those people who have graduated from the program and are moving forward. The lifeblood is those people who choose to do something for their own life. To say, this is no longer the life I want. This is no longer the life I can manage. I need help. The lifeblood of a place like this is new residents. So we're going to welcome the new residents. Brian K. and Gail S., please come up. As well as Jory, please come up here, the birthday.
All right, Jory. You lead us on whenever you're ready.
Oh boy. Hello. Welcome. May the door of this house be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are longing for fellowship.
May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture.
May the door of this house be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity.
May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet.
May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May this house be for all who enter the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life.
Amen.
Amen.
All right. Great job, Jory. That's right. Year one. So that's, this is the first time. And she's doing it alone. So you did a great job. All right. What we're going to do now is introduce the newest members of our community. First name will be sufficient. We'll say a blessing together. Then hopefully I can find some words of inspiration and we'll send you on your way. All right, community, this is
Gail S.
Gail. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you have come, been blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelech Beor B'Shem Adonai.
Walk together in the light of the Divine One. Welcome.
All right, everyone, this is
Brian K.
Brian. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you have come, be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nela Bior Basham Adonai.
Welcome. Together in the light of the Divine One. Welcome.
all right. Before you walk back to your seats, like I said, hopefully inspirational words. Here we go. So, Jory, first year. What a blessing. And there's much, still to do and still to go. This is one little marker. And these markers in time let us assess where we're at, And it's very special. We cherish these moments. And we know that this day is just like any other day, and there's certain things that I have to be responsible for. Now, responsibility. That's a difficult word for us coming into this process. I'm adverse to responsibility. Still am today. I have to fight and work to show
Yeah,
up
try and
sometimes.
supervise that.
Yeah. Yes. So, responsibilities sometimes are going to feel overwhelming. Especially early on, we have some wreckage of our past that's there waiting for us now that we've popped our head above water. And it's not just going to fix itself, or we can't pray it away, We have to show up little by little every day. And sometimes when we feel overly overwhelmed, there's only one thing that we can do in those moments. That one thing is... hold on. You just need to hold on. And that feeling of being overwhelmed, that will hopefully pass. And then we'll get to look at all these responsibilities, and then we'll show up and we'll get to make those check marks in the boxes, and then we'll feel very good about ourselves and our future. So please welcome them. Their future is on the table now today.
All right. Before we continue to say gratitude in the ways that we in Jews say gratitude, this is also a moment for all of us to practice one of the tenets of our existence as Jews, and that is tzedakah, to give. And as I remind ourselves every week, in order to, when we have tzedakah, even if a person receives tzedakah in Jewish life, they are still obligated to give tzedakah. And you might think, why? How? If I receive charity, that means I don't have enough. Like how? What else can I give? But it is a message to us all that you always have something to give. There's always somebody in need more than you. And tzedakah can be money, tzedakah can be service, tzedakah can be acts of kindness, tzedakah can be a call to somebody and saying how you are, tzedakah can be asking somebody how are you properly. So whether you're giving in the boxes, instead of walking around, tzedakah is a thing. And just to remind ourselves that tzedakah is not just a aloof gossamer idea here. The people you've seen on stage, people who are coming in, people who are graduating, the only way that we can do this is because of tzedakah. So we offer a debt of gratitude to all our supporters, but we also sort of like remind ourselves, you want to save a life? This is how to do it. There are plenty of charities around the world, but this one actually saves people's lives, as you've just seen on stage. So if you are so inclined, please, tzedakah, there's the box, there's the QR codes. We're very, very, we'll take your money anyway. And as we do that, we go back to the words of the psalmist to King David to give gratitude, because gratitude is the way for us to deal with everything that we have in our life. But also when you feel low, when you feel down, when you feel that you are not enough, take out your phone, write a list. What am I grateful for? And it can be very basic, food, shelter, but it could also be the lessons you've learned in your life. I guarantee it will change your mood. Ms. Mosher.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, וזמר לשמך עליון, וזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, וזמר לשמך עליון, וזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, וזמר לשמך עליון, וזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור. וזמר לשמך עליון, וזמר לשמך עליון.
There are things in this world that we can see, and there are things in this world that we cannot see. There are things in this world that we can see. There are people around us, community. There are things around us that we cannot see, ideas. At some point, somebody said, you know what we need in the desert? You know what we need to rest. We need a Shabbat. We need a weekend. And somebody said, like, what are you talking about? And they're like, no, trust me, it's going to be a good idea. Like, randomly, this day when the sun sets, we're going to stop. And then we're going to continue when the sun sets the next day. And I'm sure people will be like, well, that's dumb. I'm sure people will be like, it's a day just like any other day. What are you talking about? What are you on? Too much man? But he's like, no, trust. And some people trusted, and here we are. Perhaps one of the greatest gifts that Judaism has ever given humanity, this idea of Shabbat. Because today the sun will set around the same time as it did yesterday and probably around tomorrow, and will rise around the same time and sets probably around the same time. Nothing's different. The birds will chirp around the same time. The trees will bloom. It will be exactly the same, except that you will feel different. Why? Because your perspective has changed. Because you've decided that this day, on Shabbat, this particular day, I'm going to spend more time with family. I'm going to spend more time thinking about myself. Maybe I'll do my gratitude list. Maybe I'll take a walk around the block that I didn't do or have time the night before. Maybe I'll have special food. Maybe I won't have food that I always have. Whatever it is for you. Shabbat becomes a moment in time. Shabbat becomes a palace in time, an anchor. But something that we've made up. Something that we decide, this is special. That is the great gift that we are given, that you can choose what's special. You can choose a moment that says, this is important. Your person next to you is important. That phone call is important. That food is important. That's all up to you. And when somebody tells you that is not a good idea, that is dumb, you simply say, watch me. You simply say, it is, because I thought of it, and I'm going to go as far as I can with this idea. And maybe, in 5,000 years, somebody will have celebrating a moment that you thought of, and you said, you know what? It's going to be a good idea. The way we celebrate good ideas in Judaism, the way we remind ourselves that an idea can become something completely life-changing is through this song that we're about to sing, this Piyut Lechadodi, that sort of welcomes us and asks for Shabbat that we liken to a queen. Yes, a Shabbat queen. No, not me this time. But a different Shabbat queen. I know there's others. It's very disturbing. But the real Shabbat queen that we welcome in, and we say, this day is special. It's special because I make it special. What in your life do you make special? How are you going to make Shabbat a little more special for yourself today and every Shabbat, other than coming here next Friday at 6:30? But yeah, Lechadodi. And if you have feet, I'm sure our very own call will decide will move you around. So if you have feet and you want to dance, now is a good time. Otherwise, Laura will be sad. Adodi Likrat Kala Shabbat Neka Bela Shamor Vezachor Bedibor Echad Ki Hishmiyanu El Hamyuchad Adonai Echad Shemo Echad Shemo Tiferet Velitila Lechadodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Likrat Shabbat Necho Benelcha Kihi Mekor HaBracha Merosh Mikedem סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת כלה Please rise. Turn to the door and rise.
Boi veshalom ateret balak gamam besimcha vetzola toch emonei amasegola Boi kala lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela.
Stay up for the Baruch Hu.
Lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai Amivorach Baruch Adonai Amivorach Hamivorach leolam ba'ed Hamivorach Hamivorach leolam ba'ed. You may be seated.
Before we say our oldest prayer, right? In the regular, one of my two, I'm working on more, by the way. I'm working on more of these like Shema things. So yeah, but we alternate between the two. The letters, the sounds of Shema, right? The oldest prayers that we have always hold a message, a secret message. Not so secret, I want to tell you. This one is about listening, about just paying attention. We have the sh, we have the and then we have the ah, right? The sh means shut up. Just shh. There's a lot of this, and I need more of this, right? That's the sh sound. Let's do it together. Shh. And when you listen, when you decide to stop talking, something amazing happens. When you're listening to people and you hear people, you start to understand. Interesting. And if you are quiet and you listen, there's a moment that you get it. You'll be like, there you go. So before we say the Shema, let's practice together. Shh. And now you have your very own mantra for the week. Let's say the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'avta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha ufchol nafshecha ufchol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha ve'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam Beshivtecha beveitecha uvlechtecha vaderech ushochbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot ayadecha vehayu letotafot beinenecha uchtavtam amizuzot beitecha uvisharecha.
Tonight, we're in Parashat Vayishlach, one of the most raw, psychological, perhaps one of the most recovery-oriented portions of the whole Torah, even though, of course, it was written way before we even uttered that word. So let me set the scene. Jacob is coming home after 20 years of hiding, of running, of hustling, of tricking, being tricked, building a family, figuring out who is he and who is not, trying to be somebody else. He's about to meet his long-lost brother Esav, the brother he wronged, the relationship he destroyed, the person he stole from, the past that he was trying to not remember, but it never really let him go. For so many of us, that must sound familiar. The Parsha revolves around this one long night. It all happens in one night. The kind of night that many of us know very intimately. The night where you can't outrun yourself anymore. A night that God invites you into a conversation. That's not always comforting, but it's honest. Sometimes the truth shows up not as a gentle whisper, but as a wrestling match. Jacob sends everybody ahead, his wives, his kids, his possessions, and the Torah says, Vayivater Yaakov levado. Jacob was left alone. Perhaps the first anxiety attack ever recorded. Alone, afraid, by himself, trembling. And then the wrestling begins. Now, of course, we've heard before the commentators argue, what is an angel? Was it his own consciousness, his own, right, his own guardian spirit, Esav's guardian spirit, his shadow self? But I'll tell you that in the recovery world, of course, that we live in, we don't actually care who he was wrestling. We care that Jacob knew that this fight had to happen alone. Not permanently alone, just for that moment. Sometimes growth requires a solitude that you cannot delegate. You can get sponsors and rabbis and therapists and friends and supportive communities. That's very important. It's all great. But they are parts of healing, especially the parts that you admit to yourself of where have you been and who you are becoming, that no one can do for you. There's a Buddhist teaching that I love. The obstacle is not the way, the obstacle is the way. Jacob's obstacle literally wrestles him. You can't get any more on the nose, if you will, than that. And yet, the Torah is telling us something even deeper. We become ourselves not around our struggles, but through our struggles. Only to discover at the end a simple truth. Healing is only truly done when you accept that you are not broken. All the healers in the world lie to you. Sorry. The path does not end with you healed. It ends when you accept that you are not broken or in need to be fixed. By morning, Jacob is wounded. He limps. This is the moment that always gets me, because I've never met a wise person, truly wise person, who didn't walk with some kind of limp. Maybe not physically, but spiritually, emotionally, ethically, a limp is the mark of someone who has stopped pretending to be invincible. You all have limps. Be proud of them. Beware of teachers who diminish struggle, who offer comfort. They'll teach you how to perform holiness, but not how to live it. Jacob's limp becomes his badge of authenticity, his reminder that he survived the darkest part of himself. And the Talmud tells us and calls this moment of fulfillment of an old promise. Jacob asked for a blessing, protection, truth, but the truth came with a wound. That's the deal. I don't know anyone in recovery who doesn't understand this instantly. You're not healed when you walk without a limp. You're healed when you stop pretending you never had one. This wrestling prepares Jacob for the most terrifying moment of his life, meeting his brother. When Jacob finally sees his brother, he bows 7 times. 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Either that's profound humility, or he's really hoping that Esau is not going to kill him. Please, 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 please. But Esau runs to him, embraces him, falls on his neck. And every time I read this, I'm struck how much Jacob feared a story that didn't exist, really. How much time he spent rehearsing disaster. Sound familiar? How many sleepless nights he had imagining catastrophe that never happened. We spent so much of our lives fighting the ghosts of our expectations. Jacob was sure that Esau was going to destroy him, and instead Esau was ready to welcome him. Of course, the sages also say that maybe Esau did try to bite him, but Jacob's neck turned into marble, because rabbinic imagination, myself included, doesn't always know when to quit. They too, as humans, are driven by fear. But even if the Midrash is true, they still embrace. They still cry. They still meet each other as human beings, not as roles that they used to play. Between the wrestling with the angel and meeting Esau, we are stuck with this lesson. You fight your way into becoming the person that you were meant to be. Imagine if that were the thing we celebrated in life. The holiness of the struggle. The courage of vulnerability. The power of saying, this is hard, and then taking the next step anyway. We need more communities where struggle isn't treated as failure, but as sacred effort. Many of you have heard me say this before. You don't have to be an addict to be in recovery, because recovery is not about substances, it's about honesty. It's about learning to live without numbing the parts of life that are painful or inconvenient. It's about showing up as yourself without costumes. Spiritual wisdom around the world echoes this moment. In Japanese tradition, we have this art of kintsugi, of repairing broken vessels, breaking pottery with gold, not to hide the cracks, but to honor them. A bowl repaired by kintsugi is more valuable than it was before it was broken. Jacob's limp, your limps, are all spiritual kintsugi. In Buddhism, there's a different teacher that they say awakening begins the moment you stop pretending that enlightenment is not a lightning. We call this tshuva, to reflect, to respond, and to return, which never means become somebody else. It means come back to the truth of who you are. So what do we do with Jacob's journey? Let me offer 3 invitations this Shabbat. Identify the thing that you are still running from. Not to punish yourself, not to dig up old drama, but because you cannot heal what you refuse to name. Recognize your limp, celebrate it. It means you have lived. It means you have survived. It means you are no longer trying to pretend to be unbreakable. Not all at once, not recklessly, but with the knowledge that sometimes fear is just a story you wrote before you were capable of change. Jacob teaches us that transformation is real, that reconciliation is possible, that identities can shift, that blessings often come disguised as struggles, that the person you become after wrestling is not the same as you become as the person who walked into that ring. And most of all, that God doesn't wait for us to be perfect. God meets us right in the middle of the fight. Jacob's story is our story. All of us have something we're wrestling: fear, memory, addiction, shame, grief, loneliness, self-doubt. All of us have a limp. All of us long to come home to ourselves. Maybe this Shabbat, give yourself a little courage to stop running. Give yourself the strength to face whatever or whoever you've been avoiding. Maybe it gives you the tenderness to bless your wounds, and may it remind you that every struggle, every step, every limp is part of the sacred walk towards becoming who you already are. Shabbat Shalom.
I think this message is pretty clear. You know, as addicts, we want a bunch of things that aren't necessarily that great for us, and sometimes we just got to get what we need instead of what we want. Who cares what we want? All right, here we go. You ready? This song's pretty popular, so you can sing along if you like. I saw her today at the reception, a glass of wine in her hand. I knew she would meet her connection. At her feet was a footloose man. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you might find you get what you need. Oh, yeah. And I went down to the demonstration to get my fair share of abuse, singing we're gonna vent our frustration. If we don't, we're gonna blow a 50 amp fuse. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you might find you get what you need. Oh, yeah. Oh. Well, I went down to the Venice drugstore to get your prescription filled. I was standing in line with Mr. Jimmy, and man, did he look pretty ill. We decided that we would have a soda. My favorite flavor, cherry red. I sung my song to Mr. Jimmy, and he said one word to me, and that was dead. You can't always get what you want. No, you can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, well, you just might find you get what you need. Oh, yeah. you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need.
A round of applause for the band. We have one birthday today, so this is the time for birthday gratitude. So if you're gratitude for the birthday, now is the time to line up, please. Come up. Yeah. Oh, you're doing it together? Ooh. Okay, yeah, save me some time. Why not?
My name's Eric. I'm a grateful member of this community.
Hi, Will, grateful member of this community.
Jory, there you are over there. It's been amazing to get to know you. You are my cooking partner. That's how I introduce you in life. That's how I refer to you in life. I'm really blessed to have you working together and growing together, and I know that we can probably drive each other nuts a little bit every once in a while, but I am so blessed to have you in my life, and I can't wait to see how much better everything gets.
Jory, the first morning I woke up, I came downstairs, and I was definitely having second thoughts about being here. I remember thinking that this was a mistake. I need to figure out where else I can go. What's the next step? And I ended up talking to you and Ari that morning. And the kindness, the calm kindness, I remember sort of pushed me away from this panic into this area where I was like, okay, let's give it some time. Let me see what this place actually really means. And so you always have a very special place in my heart. You have a very special place in my sobriety. I care very much for you, Jory, and I'm looking forward to living with you.
Woo!
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm a grateful member of this community. Jory, you're my little piece of home. Coming from the Midwest and having you was just the best surprise ever. I really look up to you as a big sister and seriously don't think that I would be able to do this without you. I love you so much. I'm so beyond proud of you, and I love you.
All right. My name's Ari. I'm a grateful member of this community. Jory, I've waited to celebrate this year with you for a long time, and who knows what words will end up saying, so you earned it. I stand up here considering Jory what she is, family. I'm here as family, and I'm so happy to call her a friend, too. I've known Jory for longer than you have, but you all know her as deeply and as well as I do, because she has opened her heart, her smile, her soul, and all her cooking to this whole community. We knew each other for many years, in kitchens, at concerts, in bars and in the forest, in active addiction, in Wisconsin, LA, and now in sobriety. I've listened to Jory on the phone, me here, her back in Wisconsin, when she wanted something more for herself, when she was truly broken, and when she was ready to dedicate herself toward taking the steps into sobriety, and chose to reach out to Beit Teshuvah. Those 3 steps were a bit farther for her than they were for some of us. She chose to detox, take a chance, and come across the country from the upper Midwest to southern LA, all by train, 2 days, and then up those 3 steps to BTS. Now we're both sober, both working staff members at Beit Teshuvah, and both very far away in body and mind from when we first became friends nearly a decade ago in Madison, Wisconsin. Congrats, Jory. I'm so proud of you. So excited to see how far you go in sobriety and life. Both me and everyone else who gets to meet you, eat your food, and see your smile. You earned this, and I'll see you when you celebrate it next year too, Mazal Tov.
Hi, Rosie, grateful member of this community. Jory, happy birthday. I don't know if you remember, but it was like my second or third day, and you were one of the first people I talked to. You let me open up and be kind of sad, and you were very welcoming. And then, getting to know you through Rick's writing class has been really special. I love your writing, and you're just kind of like one of the women I look up to here. So yeah, congratulations, happy birthday.
Hi, I'm Tyler. I'm a grateful member of this community.
And I'm Nicole, and a grateful member of this community as well.
Jory, I just want to say happy birthday. I'm so incredibly proud of you. From the moment I got here, just like everyone else, you've been welcoming and kind and generous with your time and your wisdom and your cooking. And every time I see you, you have the beautiful smile on your face, and you're so lovely to be around. And you are definitely somebody I look forward to seeing every day and somebody I look up to in this community. So I love you.
Hi, Rumi. Thank you so much for the energy that you spread to everyone. You really have this positive light to you, and you make everyone feel safe and welcomed and like we belong and we're worthy, you know? And I hope you feel that too, because you are so beautiful and such an amazing human. And I know there's a lot of endings happening right now, but I feel like this is the beginning for you in so many ways, and I'm so freaking proud of you and just so grateful to have you in my life. So thank you. Happy birthday.
Hi, I'm Mahalia, a grateful member of this community. Happy birthday, Jory. Love you so much. Just like everyone's been saying, you're such an awesome person. When I first got here and I had to do the dish house job for like 2 weeks, I was not excited about that. But Jory and Eric and Igal made it so much fun to be back there. I love all three of you guys so much, and I'm really proud of you. And yeah, bye.
I'm Tali, and I'm a grateful member of this community. And Jory, I just want to say how much I love you. You were always there for me in the beginning, just quietly listening, and that meant the world to me. We bonded on Wisconsin and fun stories, and I wish you a very, very happy birthday. And again, I love you.
It is a great honor, and it is a great privilege, Jory, to ask you to come up stage and give a few words and get your one-year chip. Not only do you nourish people's soul clearly, you also nourish our bodies, which is such a great privilege to do both of those. So, happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really don't know what to say. Thank you for all your love. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for letting me feed you. I'm just so blessed. Words just can't describe all this. Thank you so much. I have my life back.
So, help me the community, and thanking as always the sisterhood for the cake. And please join us in wishing.
If you want to come up, gather around.
It's a pumpkin? Is it a pumpkin? Yeah, exactly. I don't know about that. All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jory. Happy birthday to you. Keep coming back sober.
We've started introducing this particular prayer into our service. The prayer that allows us to count God, the divine, those things that are important. It is 13 principles. As we look at the principles that we're going to sing for Igdal, I want you to think about if somebody said, give me 13 things that you've learned in life so far, what would those be? What would be your 13 lessons for the person listening? We say ours to God, but you can say words to yourself, to others, to your children, to your friends, to your community. Igdal. Oh, we've got double Jesse today. Fine.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to add some percussion. Yigdal Elohim Chai Ve'yishtabach Nimsa Ve'net El Metziuto Echad Ve'en Yachid Ke'ichudo Ne'elam Ve'gan En Sof Le'achduto En lo damud agov ve'eno gov lo na'arok elav kedushato Kadmon lechol davar asher nivra rishon ve'en reshit lereshito Hino adon olam lechol notzar yoreh gedolato umalchuto Shepa nevoato neta noel anshe segolato vetifarto Metim yechayev el berov chasto Baruch adei Hashem tehilato Ele shelos ezre leikarim Hen hem yesodat el ve'emunato Torat Moshe Emet Onvoato Baruch Adei Hashem Tehilato Torat Moshe Emet Onvoato Baruch Adei Hashem
All right. I want to thank our Shabbat sponsors. Oh, wait, we don't have Shabbat sponsors. Oh. Future Shabbat sponsor. If you want to be a Shabbat sponsor, please talk to Sarah and be a Shabbat sponsor. There are different levels of being a Shabbat sponsor. We are having an oneg, a small oneg tonight, but if you want to be a Shabbat sponsor, please do so. The food and personal care drive is still going on until January 1st. Please bring the thing and bring it to the bin over there, and we thank our volunteer for distributing it. Thank you so much. It's not as easy as you think, because we want to do it in the weekend, but people don't get it in the weekend, so you have to do it in the day. It's a whole thing, so I appreciate it. The adult B'nai Mitzvah still, you can still register. We start classes January 18th, or if you are an adult and you want to have a bar mitzvah and you never have a bar mitzvah, or if you had a bar mitzvah and you want to have a different bar mitzvah, we can still do that. You can have a different bar mitzvah. There might be some, people who've transitioned, they had a bar mitzvah, but now they want a bat mitzvah, or a bat mitzvah, then I want a bar mitzvah. Whatever you want, so we don't define. So January 18th, if you or somebody you know wants to have a bar mitzvah, we're going to do that with Rabbi Jade. It's going to be learning and then doing bar mitzvah, which will be amazing. Check out the spotlight on KDZ. Written by Dylan G. KDZ, yes. That's right. With her wicked sense of humor, check out her video of me with Claire on Instagram. It's very funny, actually. Did you see it? Oh, you should see it. It's funny. And lastly, if you're new to this community or if you want to hear about what we do more, please tell us how we find us. Take your phone out, scan the QR code. We would love to know who you are and send you what we're doing. We have a whole bunch of stuff happening, especially in the new year. We're going to have more adult education, more classes, more parties, more ideas. The gala is coming up, of course, so we have the marathon. There's a million things that are happening. So Shabbat, right, the most important to know that Shabbat, yes, is happening every Friday at 6:30 here, pretty much rain or shine. So please join us and send people our way. And whether you're here or watching us on the Zoom or the YouTube, Shabbat Shalom to that as well. So those are the announcements. Before we do Oseh Shalom and the Kiddush and Hamotzi, lastly, we always take a moment to acknowledge those people who are no longer with us, those people who we hold in our heart, the people who made us who we are, or for all sorts of different reasons. So as we say the Kaddish, I'm going to read the yahrzeit list, and then I'll ask you to stand up and say the names of those you want to dedicate the Kaddish to, and then we'll do Oneg Oseh Shalom and Kiddush and Hamotzi. So for the yahrzeit, Sandra Spiegel, Ada Portillo, Miriam Landman, Philip Appleman, Richard King, Stephen Luber, Bella Bergman, Ruth Mishler, Philip Marquise, Andy Jacobs, Randy Shockley Gray, Calvin Mullen, Ann Lane, Royal Paulstein, Rabbi Harold Schulweiss, Ed Praver, Martha Smorda Nimoy, Abraham Bloomfield, Rose Frank, Sarah Wilishinsky, Mel Malat, Vernon Dorn, Keck Kimball, David Rotter, George Kornheim, Rabbi Mark Blumenthal, George Familian, Rosella Familian, Bertha Shapiro, and Bernie Shapiro. And if you have somebody you want to add to the names of the Kiddush, I'm going to pan the room. Please stand up. And if you see somebody stand up by himself, please rise next to him. Nobody stands alone in thing. Sorry? תגדל ויתקדש מאיר רבה. בעלמא דברה חירותי, והמליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשא בריחו. לאלה מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, לאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. And because peace, shalom, doesn't just happen, we have to make it and take action in the way we treat ourselves in the world. Please, Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
One who creates peace in the spiritual may bring forth blessings to all of Israel. Literal translation, language that is biblical. Shout out to ancestors, struggle more than digital. Looking through shards of glass, find something meaningful. Cause I've been searching myself for a long time. Every day working hard, open up my mind. Self couldn't do it, so togetherness is pivotal. So I guess I'm going back to Beit Shuva. Cause right now, I gotta do Shuva. First we survived, though we thrived as a tribe. Even the addicts and the sinners and killers are those unusual. My inner spirit is breaking down right in front of you. This is sonic spiritual, right here coming into you. Wasted every ounce of spiritual lessons. Came to this house to return to find blessings. And I love all of you.
Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Fantastic. Two last blessings to say the Kiddush. And then
Thank you, Alex. That was great.
That was great, Alex. That's right. That was. That's right. You too can be a Jewish rapper if you want.
And after that reaction, I don't want to hear that no one likes you, because they were loving
That's-
it. So
You know what? Truth.
soak it up. All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Thank you for coming. I'll see you next week at 6:30. Do yourself a favor. Be kind to yourself.